Catherine Delahunt.
Oh, kia ora, Mr Chair. I almost feel like allowing the previous speaker another call because they were making such great arguments. Fantastic arguments for extending from 22 to 26 weeks because it makes so much sense. And it's really a pity that people in this House don't really have the choice to vote for what they believe in sometimes, because I think the member was expressing a real belief in the importance of relationships with babies and the importance of parents having strong relationships with babies, and good on her for standing up for that, because the one thing we know about our kids and relationships is the thing that we can give them that's of most importance, which is why Part 2 is so critical, is our time. Our kids need our time. And if we have to go to work, we cannot give them that time. And after the initial insanity of becoming a parent, particularly for mothers, because really you have no idea the first time what's happening, we need a lot of time to recover. And I would argue that 6 months is a minimum. 6 months when your life, one's life, Mr Chair, has completely changed and completely been turned upside down by physical, emotional, economic, social status changes, because we do not actually value parenting in our society, and every decision that I see made by the government doesn't value parenting. We need to support this bill because it's going to give people time. I'll tell you why going from 22 to 26 is such a brilliant idea, because as we've heard tonight, it's good for employers, it's good for employees, it's good for babies, it's good for mothers, it's good for fathers, it's good for communities, it's good for the future health of the child, it's good for the future education of the child, it's good to break isolation of parents, it's good for relationships, it's good for bonding at all levels, and it's good for sanity. Because there's nothing more insane, as I'm sure the Select Committee heard, than being torn in 1,200 different directions because after 22 weeks you were still the person, the mother, the father, was still feeling that they were just adjusting to this new little person or people in their life, plus all the other people that they're responsible for. But no, they had to go back to work. The Green Party is incredibly proud to support this bill. We think that Sue Moroney has shown, in all her parts, but particularly Part 2, because that's what we're talking about, incredible tenacity in holding on to every opportunity and in keeping the community of parents with her every step of the way. Yeah. Parents are with Sue Moroney and with all of us who support the bill, because all financial, fiscal, discipline, weirdo arguments that I heard tonight, which are really just about meanness and refusing to prioritise children, putting those aside, this is a positive step. And as Jan Logie so rightly said, we live in a country that can do this. The only reason we can't do it is that the government is too mean to do it. But other than that, the argument's been made, the evidence has been presented, the support's been demonstrated in the community, the logic been shown, and the need is there. Our children, whether they're breastfed or bottle-fed, when they're babies, they need us. And I think that 13 months is a fantastic idea, which is the Green Party policy, and I think Sue Moroney's done amazingly well to get from 22 to 26 as a step towards what I know she really believes in. What she really believes in is that people should have as much time as they want. Not just people who are wealthy, but everybody who has a job and a child should have these options. The government, whose mantra of choice, they're constantly using the mantra of choice until, honestly, I feel like if I hear the word choice again, I'm going to strangle myself with my own choices. Honestly, if I hear that once again, because there's one thing I know.
Back to the bill.
Is in Part 2, this bill acknowledges that parents should have the choice, Mr Chair. And that's what I'm standing up here tonight to say. If we're serious about anyone having any choice about anything and that actually matters, put babies and children first, for once. Stop being so mean and mean-spirited and put babies and children first and allow parents to stay at home for 6 miserable months, well, hopefully glorious, celebratory, participatory, amazing months, but quite often quite intense months. Allow parents that choice. If this is not to succeed, this bill, never fear. The women of New Zealand will never give up. Kia ora.
I call Tracy Martin.